What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great week. This is the
Oh, there you go.
Juice Box Heroes podcast. I'm one of your hosts, PK. As always, we got the Dubon Fan Club president, and we got Sweet Bee Bones Bryles in the house. Right before we came on, we're watching the game, and Dubon got his second hit of the night, RBI single to right. So Chris was super pumped, and super pumped. And then now Pena has himself a trip. Bases clearing trip, looks like, or 2-run trip. Oh, bases clearing trip. So, anyways, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I hope you guys are ready for the Memorial Day weekend. Some people, like your boy, are my weekend started tonight. Chris, on the other hand, he's got baseball all weekend. But fellas, how's your week been?
I tell you what, it's been a struggle, man. So like I said, we just dove headfirst right into All Stars. I mean, and like the last few days, I've been feeling like shit. I mean, so the fact that like I'm even on tonight is, it definitely shows how my ability to be dedicated to the podcast of the show. Yeah, our Memorial Day weekend is baseball, 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 baseball. I mean, that's all we have going on. I don't think I think our tournament this weekend ends Sunday, but then we still have practice on Monday. So there will be no barbecuing here at Casa de Marino. So that's pretty much it. The Rays kind of took a lot of thunder out from this past series. So that's it, man. Super duper busy. Browse, what's going on?
Not much, buddy. Yeah,
Got a lot.
I would agree with you on the Rays. That wasn't fun. But other than that, we got Memorial Day weekend coming up. Did I miss something?
Oh, you're behind.
Okay. Anyway, Memorial Day weekend's coming up, so we got the series obviously in Seattle. So other than that, I'll be camping up in Sheridan, Texas, and I will see you guys live via satellite on Sunday.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I'll be in Dallas in the morning. We are picking up a new addition to the family. We're picking up an 8-week-old golden retriever in the morning from Dallas. So,
there you go.
So yeah, we're getting the doggy world going over here. But anyways, let's jump into this damn Astros team. So we go into Tampa Bay. I believe that Bryles predicted a sweep, and I'm pretty sure that me and Chris both went 2-1. Look, man, I'll be honest with you. Losing the series was not on the bingo card. Was not on the bingo card. So, I've watched a few games there in Tampa, through the MLB.TV app, and I guess I haven't watched a lot, but I really haven't noticed the ball flying out of the yard as much as I did during this series with us. And that's not an excuse, but it just seems like the ball was flying out to right, especially on Wednesday's game with Hunter Brown, which we're going to get into. We lose Monday, we win Tuesday, and then you're going into Wednesday afternoon game, 12:10 or 1:10 over there in Florida. You got Hunter Brown, who is, as of yesterday or today, is now in power rankings for starting pitchers, is the number 1 rated pitcher in the major leagues. But going into Wednesday, you're like, we got our ace on the bump. We're going to take this series and then get on to Seattle. And that wasn't the case. But let's start with Monday. Who pitched on Monday? I forget.
No, Monday was game 1 was Colton Gordon. Yeah. And
Colton Gordon.
And Mr. Poopy Pants over here in the middle, because I was, again, I didn't really get a chance to really watch any of these games. It was more kind of catching it on, what is it, gameplay or whatever, game time, game pass, whatever it is. And I just remembered, I'm just like, man, I look at the line stat for Colton Gordon. I was like, man, I'll take that. So I posted in our group saying, hey, man, that's a pretty decent start. Here comes old Poopy Pants PK. That's right. Good. It was good until he wasn't. Man, I'll take 5 innings pitched with 3 earned runs all day, every day from a rookie. I'm sorry that your standards are so damn high that let me perfect game to impress you.
let me tell you why it was good until it wasn't. It was mostly because I was pissed off because they had tied the game, the Braves tied, and I'm like, these ass clowns are going to lose, which they did, right? And mostly because they were going to ruin Colton Gordon's outing.
No, they won that game. They won the first game.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, so they got walked off on Tuesday. Okay, either way,
4-3.
Yeah.
But he didn't get no decision on the Monday game, right? He didn't get one.
Correct.
I think
you got
someone else. The point of it
King
was
got the win.
he pitched good enough to get the win. So whenever he was giving up the runs, it's like, damn, like that sucks. So I was kind of pissy because to be honest with you, when they tied the game, I did turn it off and watch the rest of it on Gamecast because I didn't want to lose. That's how deep into the game I am when I start watching these guys. I get so pissed, I turn the shit off and watch it on my phone.
Well, all I know is that you were not impressed with Colton Gordon's start, which I feel like I don't know what else he has to do. I think he's going to have to rescue some, baby dogs out of trees to impress you because apparently 5 innings in 3 earned runs. And I think he had like 5 or 6 strikeouts too. That doesn't do for PK. So
No.
hopefully you were impressed with Brandon Walter's start, on what was that, Wednesday?
That was
Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he probably didn't impress you either because he didn't have 26 strikeouts.
It would have been a lot cooler if he did. And Bryles, I'll get you in a minute. But look, Colton Gordon is going to have to step up more, right? Because we're going to get into the injuries and our starting rotation that's on the injury list. So at the end of the day, yeah, like I was a little pissy. I did say he was good until he wasn't. But it was a good first. It was a good outing for him, man. Like he's pretty aggressive in the plate around the strike zone, so he's in there. Not really overpowering like we talked about before, but he gets swings and misses, right? And then Walter, I forget his last name. Is it Brandon? Our first name is Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon Walter. Yeah,
never heard of this guy in my entire life, but
he was coming off being the PCL player the week or the month.
Yeah, well, but that's your arena. I get my information from you, and you have not done your job and given me the information that I need to succeed.
Man, I've been way too damn busy, man. Like, hey, I can give you some pretty mean. I can give you some pretty mean splits on some 8U. I can give you that.
There you go. Okay, another episode. But Bros, what do you think about Monday's outing with Colton Gordon and then Brandon Walter on Tuesday?
Well, as far as Colton Gordon's concerned, he kind of took the words out of my mouth on that one. He's got to step up. We're not going to have a choice because we've got injuries that are creeping in right now. So ain't not a whole lot he's going to be able to do except go out there to the mound and perform. That first game I was pretty excited about. I was like, all right, you guys went 2-1 for the series. I went for the sweep. I was like, okay, we should win this. Looks good. That's the way to start it off. And then it didn't exactly go as scheduled after that. So Walter's game, he looked okay. I mean, I don't think he looked bad by any means. And I don't see any reason why we wouldn't keep him in there if he's going to be pitching games like that, where we're getting multiple innings out of him with giving up a run or two. I understand. Listen, he came up from AAA. We're going to need arms. We're going to need guys to step up. And if he's one of those guys that stepped up, kind of like what we had last year with like an Arrighetti or what Blanco did last year, then, trust me, we'll be just okay. And PK, I'll let you take it after I just said Ronel Blanco.
Yeah. So look, report is today that he is going to the injured list, to the IL. He's getting a second opinion on his elbow.
He's done.
Usually you don't get a second opinion on a body part unless you don't like the first one. So
he's done.
I think it's pretty safe to say that he is joining the list of pitchers that we have on the Tommy John list, is what I would suspect. So if you're keeping track, the pitchers that we have injured right now are Wisniewski. He's gone for the year. Blanco. Arrighetti. No timetable for his return, by the way. Christian Javier is still hurt. Luis Garcia, not really hearing anything. That's 5, right? That's 5 pitchers. Who am I missing?
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's about right. Yeah, because Garcia was supposed to be not too far behind McCullers. McCullers has been back. I mean, hell, McCullers has already been through his all of his rehab starts, and this is his 3rd or 4th start.
Yep.
And we haven't heard nothing about Garcia. And it's just kind of crazy when you think about it, because it's like I think this is like damn near the 3rd year in a row where we've had multiple pitchers get hurt with pretty significant injuries. I'm not saying every single one of them have been Tommy John, but it feels pretty damn near like every single one of them has been Tommy John. So it's like you're kind of in this conundrum because you're like, man, you want to attaboy these pitching coaches for the Astros, Because really, honestly, without this pitching staff, the Astros, I'm not saying they're Colorado Rockies bad, but they're probably 6, 7, 8 games under 500 bad.
Yeah.
But on the Flippy McFlip side, now it's like you're trading all of this great pitching for great injuries. So I don't know what's shifted since 23 because it's been 23 last year, and then now we're seeing it in this year. I mean, it's like you said, PK. It's pretty rare that you just get in the second opinion just for a second opinion. I mean, that's them saying it's Tommy John without them saying it's Tommy John. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm just kind of
Well,
mesmerized right now.
let me get out my Astros press release decoder book real quick to figure out what they're actually going to tell us.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you what they have been telling us is, he's got a little bit of elbow soreness. Elbow soreness immediately equates to Tommy John surgery. So
no, I think that's the neck issue. Remember, because didn't Javier had like a strained neck or a crick in the neck, and that led to Tommy John.
And then let's see, how long was Jordan on the DL for with sore hands? Like, what was that last year? 2-3 months? It was something stupid like that. Anyway, or was that 2 years?
It was JV
anyway,
too.
Doesn't matter.
JV had a hurt neck. He had a bad neck too.
Yeah.
So anyway, they've been playing this, shadow game of how hurt are these guys actually, for a long time with the press. So if they're going to literally come out and tell you that somebody's got elbow soreness, they're done for the season. So bye-bye. We'll see you next July. And that's pretty much what it's going to be. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, depending on how rehab goes. Who knows?
So I saw something on ESPN, like on that bottom ticker earlier this evening, when I was watching the Longhorns lose to the Tennessee by 2 in the 12th inning. Just letting you know. But it's okay. They'll get a national seed. It's all good. The point of the story is that Rennell's ERA last year was 2.24, and this year he was at 4.33. So wasn't the same. Clearly, we watched this guy pitch all season so far. Rennell was not the same, that he was, last year. So terrible news for him. Hopefully it's not, TJ, but again, you don't get a second opinion for something where you don't, it means you didn't like the first one and you want to see if you can find someone that can tell you what you want to hear. And typically that doesn't happen. So we'll see him sometime next year, possibly. Spencer Arrighetti, still, like I said, still no word on timetable for his return. I mean, not a thing. Jordan, kind of the same. I know that Espada said like, hey, he's getting there, but there's still all. I haven't heard any.
Didn't he say the same thing about Tucker last year?
The same thing. That was 3 months of.
Yeah, it's like, he's getting there. It's just, yeah.
So
I mean, so what are we down to? We're down to Fromber. We're down
Hunter
to Hunter Brown.
That's your opening day. That's it. That's all you have.
So that means like,
well,
no, you got McCullers too. McCullers is going to be a starter as well.
Yeah, but so yes, but opening day, you're gone. You got 2 guys.
Yeah, I mean, so like you really need guys like Colton Gordon, and I think Brandon Walter deserves another start. I mean, I don't know. Have they sent him down?
I don't think they're going to have a choice.
Because I know the corresponding move to Blanco being put on the IL was they called back up Colton Gordon, which I don't even know when they sent him down.
So they sent Gordon down after his start on Monday.
No,
to bring up Walter.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
So he was just there to commute one day to work in Sugarland as opposed to going to Minute Maid Park.
So if they haven't mentioned anything with Walter, then I'm going to assume your other 2 starters are going to be Walter and Gordon.
Well, and like you said,
which is insane.
It's wild, dude. They haven't done anything to not deserve another,
correct. But it's just like
outing.
Like you're sitting here thinking, we're going through this shit again for the 3rd year in a row. We're going through stuff like where is it the trainers? I mean, like what is it with this team and pitchers getting Tommy John? Like I don't get it. Like it's just this crazy 3-year skid of like multiple pitchers every year needing Tommy John. It just kind of blows my mind.
If you think about it too, though, it's a lot of these are the young pitchers. And I think these guys are scared to actually even say, hey, look, there's something not quite right with my elbow. Because, I mean, Blanco was probably up for an extension, especially after the season he had last year. I'm sure if, our upper brass would have went to him and said, hey, and gave him like, how they did like with Alvarez. I mean, they signed him early. We got a great, hometown discount on it. He got to get his entire family from Cuba over here, and it worked out for everybody. So I'm assuming like guys like Blanco, they're not going to tell you like, hey, by the way, coach, my elbow is pretty sore right here. We should probably go get that checked out. And I would say that from the way he's pitched from the beginning of the season, he definitely wasn't telling somebody something. Or if he was, then once again, that's the Astros press release shadow game. But I can't imagine that they would let him go that long without putting him on the DL, bringing somebody else up, bringing up, Gordon earlier, Walter earlier, somebody, Chris, you fill it in with AAA pitcher, third position, or third in the rotation, put him in there, whatever. As opposed to just letting these guys go out there and keep throwing with the issues that they've got. So I honestly think that it's probably the pitching staff when these guys are getting injured that they're not necessarily reporting how bad they feel until it's like, uh-oh, I've really got a problem now. Okay, pitching staff, or not pitching staff, but anyway, the medical staff, like pitching coach, you guys need to take a look at this. So
here's the other
anyway,
thing, as you were saying that about Blanco, the dude's, how old is he? 33, 32?
He's 30, 31.
No, is he that old?
He's old. Yeah, he's old. Yeah.
So going back to your point, I'm not saying this is the case at all. This is pure just speculation.
Yeah.
But it's like he's an older guy, wasn't supposed to make the opening day roster last year, made the roster, had a good season. He's probably trying to do something to get a good paycheck before he gets out of that excuse me, before he gets too older, because right now he's working on what minimum, I would assume, right? So he's probably going to push it more to stay out on the mound, to stay playing, to hopefully potentially get some kind of a higher contract. I mean, that could be one of the things, right? Like you said, I mean, he could have been pitching with elbow issue for a minute before it got to the point where it's like, hey, dude, this thing freaking hurts. Like, I need y'all to look at it now. It could be. Who knows? But you were talking about who's going to pitch. I mean, we talked about Colton Gordon, Brandon Walker those two guys deserve another start. You got Gusto, Logan Van Way, right? I mean, there's some, you could do a Gusto Van Way like opener type deal, or vice versa. You can go an opener on the 5th day. I mean, but you're starting to. I mean, look, Lance went what, 4 1/3 tonight. I think he's already pulled Dubins in. I think he went 4 1/3 again tonight. The dude gave up 2 runs tonight. He had 6 Ks. I think he walked 3. I mean, I think you probably wanted to go a little bit longer, but I think overall this has got to be one of probably his best outing. They were saying he has like 6 or 7 whiffs tonight. He looked pretty damn good. And so hopefully he can start extending this until it's, a 5-inning outing or whatever. He needs to get to 5.
You're still like right now, you're still trying to get him stretched out.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
That's what I was saying, is like the whole conundrum stuff that went down like a couple of starts ago. It's like, it's the guy's 3rd or 2nd start from hadn't pitched in over 3.5 years or 2.5 years.
Yeah. Yep.
He still won't probably be fully stretched out probably until July, maybe August. Yeah. So, I mean, if he'll give you 4 2/3, I'll take that all day, every day.
Well, and he gave up 2 runs.
He stays healthy.
He gave up 2 runs, and it was a home run. I think it was a home run. I came in the 2nd inning, but I think it was a home run. So it's not. I mean, and then nothing since then. Dubin comes in and holds the lead at 3. So let's move into Seattle. We got Seattle in town for 4. Big division series. We're chasing them in the standings. I believe they are 25-22, I think is what it is. I think that's what they are coming into tonight. So, a good 3-1 would be pretty fantastic. I mean, the sweep would be, obviously the goal 3-1 would be pretty good, pretty damn good for that. George Kirby made his season debut for the Mariners tonight. Looked pretty good until the fourth inning when Astros started teeing off on him. They got him out of the game. So it's 5-2 Houston right now after the top of the fifth. So
yeah, there was one player I think that was responsible for those runs, right?
Hey man, look, you know who started it? Who started the scoring was Mauricio.
Hey, it doesn't matter who starts it. It's about who finishes it, and it was Pena.
I mean,
finished it. There you go.
All right, fair enough.
but you can't finish it if you don't start. That's the thing.
Well, actually, it was who was on base before him. Listen, that man he got lucky. It's what he did. He swung out. He was late on the fastball.
He was 2 for 2 tonight.
Punch it over the guy's head. I don't care.
And then we got Altuve at the plate, just swinging at 3 just straight pitches.
Everything.
It's just insane.
Everything.
Insane.
Anything all right, he thinks is back to reach. Anyway, sorry.
Browse, who are the matchups for the rest of the weekend?
All right, Friday coming in, you got Hancock for the Seattle Mariners, 1-2 with a 6.21 ERA against our boy Gusto, 3-2 with a 4.65 ERA. So if you're just looking at that, we should get the win there. Saturday, you've got Wu, 5-1 with a 2.65 ERA. So obviously he's pitching pretty good for Seattle against Fromber, 3-4 with a 3.57. Sunday, Luis Castillo, 4-3 with a 3.2 ERA against our favorite Astros pitcher, TBD.
So this is a 4-game series?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. Shit, man. 2-1. So tonight, tomorrow is what I'll take as wins, right? Sunday's you don't know because it's TBD. The game for me that determines obviously the split or the series win is going to be Saturday, the Fromber game, because again, you just don't know what Fromber's coming out. So I think for the record, I'm gonna play it conservative and I'll take 2-2, which I don't really like to. I don't want to do that because I want to win this series.
Hey, there you go.
But conservatively, I'll take a 2-2, 2-2 split.
Oh, he hit it to the guy dressed up like Macho Man. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm like
there you go.
10 seconds behind. So hey, hit the ball
there
in
you
the
go.
field. Hit to the guy just like Macho Man, man. It's awesome.
There you go.
All right. Serious prediction. What do y'all got?
All right,
Chris, go ahead.
I didn't even hear your prediction. I totally tuned you out once Altuve went deep. So, what was your prediction?
Right.
Split.
But my kicker is Saturday. I just don't know because I don't know what Fromber is going to do on Saturday. So I'll take.
If this was a 3-game series, I was going to go 2-1 Astros, and I was only because it seems like every time they lose a series to a team that they should win, and then they play a team that's above 500, they end up winning that series. When I'm normally like, oh, they're going to lose this series, they end up winning it. What throws this off is the fact that this is a 4-game series. So I was originally, the first thing that came to mind was a split as well. I think we're going to split. I mean, I'm going to go on a limb and say that they're going to win tonight. Altuve's going to hit a home run to a guy who looks like Macho Man Randy Savage. Emerson Hancock versus Gusto is pretty much a wash. They're both young, upcoming pitchers. I think we'll lose the Wu game, and then I guess who's pitching for the Mariners while we have TBD?
Luis Castillo.
Oh, that dude's been ass. He's been ass this year. So
4-3, 3.2 ERA, not too bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a split. I think we're gonna split. Final decision.
All right, final decision is gonna be split.
Chris, let me tell you something here, brother. It's the cream's going to rise to the top.
And I think we're going to go 3-1. And the reason we're going to go 3-1 is I think we lose the TBD game. I think we end up at least squeaking it out for the Friday and Saturday game. I mean, we've already kind of got an idea of what's going to happen tonight, hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's still early.
Yeah.
So
It's still early.
it's still early if it's the 8th inning right now. Okay, so
Although
you know what I
there's
mean?
no Taylor Scott to give it up, so he's pretty
Fair
much
enough.
he's roaming the streets right now.
Well, at least he's an American citizen, so he's good to go. But
There you go.
anyway,
Good
so
for him.
Friday, I think we're going to hit the over pretty
Great timing,
easy with
too.
Gusto. I think Saturday we do end up winning the Fromber game. Woo's a good pitcher, man. Or at least he's been pitching well so far. We'll see how that goes, and we can actually continue it. I still think we're in Seattle's head from the last few seasons. So listen, I think we're going to go 3-1. I think we lose the TBD game, and then they're going to have the getaway goon squad playing on Sunday as well. So good luck with that one. If you're a betting man, take the Mariners on Sunday, and I'm going over Friday, and Saturday go the under.
Okay, I like it. I mean, 3-1 would be a good. It'd be a good series. I'd take it. I'd take it all day.
How far are they back on Seattle?
So we're 2 games back in the loss column. I know that
we're in second place. We're 25-24. They're 20-20. Technically, for 3.5 back.
Okay, 3.5.
Best you can do is be
so outside of a split.
Right?
You're not gonna jump them, right?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, you have to. Okay. You'd have to sweep, right,
yeah.
to take a half.
And we'd be a half game up.
Half game lead.
Okay. All right.
So I mean,
I wouldn't be upset with the 3-1.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't at all. But dude, we play so good at home. We've been playing good at home this year.
Yeah,
no, we really have. So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, we got to take these division series. I don't know who we have. They don't play on Monday. The Astros don't play. Monday.
Yeah. What's up with that? Memorial Day.
I know.
Don't have a game.
Good. I'll be at practice from 7 to 9, so I missed it anyway.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games, and then another weekend. Obviously, another weekend series. I think Oakland's next weekend. I think.
No, that is the West Sacramento of Oakland in Sacramento County from Las Vegas Athletics.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll eventually land in Las Vegas.
Okay, that's next weekend though, right?
That is next week. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, okay. What's the weekend series? I thought you had it up. It's all good.
Nope.
So Oakland's next.
Yeah, Oakland's next. I don't know who's after Oakland. I didn't have it up.
Dude, the Angels have won 6 in a row. I saw that today. They beat Oakland. I know it's the Angels. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing shit out there. Still the Angels.
Yeah, not scared of them.
I mean, no, I'm not either. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, cool. I think that's pretty much it, man. I'm glad Moreno was able to join us tonight. Just want to say a special happy Memorial Day. Remember all the soldiers, all the men and women that have fought and died for this country, that have given us the freedom to do shit like this, man. 3 guys come on here, talk about the favorite team, look a little stupid sometimes. So
sometimes,
yeah, I was trying to be nice to us. So please have a happy Memorial Day. Remember, we live in the greatest country in the world. And until then, we will see you on Sunday. We'll recap this series while the game. Yeah, we'll recap this series, and then we'll join you again the following Thursday. But as always, I am PK. That's Chris. That's Bryles. And this is the Juicebox Heroes. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you for your service.
Dude, Caratini has been clutch this man. Dude, Caratini can hit.
Yeah,
like he runs into like good games. You know, we didn't talk about Paredes. He didn't hit. Paredes hit 2 bombs.